It's midnight. Your room is dark. Your phone is the only thing glowing. And suddenly, you feel powerful. You find yourself composing the text you were too scared to send all day. You finally post the thought you've been editing and re-editing in your head for hours. You believe, truly, deeply believe that tomorrow you could change your entire life. You could quit the job, start the business, move to a new city. Anything feels possible. But then the morning comes. The sun cuts through the blinds, and that confidence is gone. It feels like a dream, a completely different person who was living in your body just a few hours ago. So why does this happen? Why do you feel braver, bolder, more honest, only after the sun goes down? Tonight, we're entering the strange psychology of nighttime confidence and what it quietly reveals about who you really are. Think about it. Daytime you is cautious, filtered, measured. You weigh every word, calculate every risk. You're performing a role, the competent employee, the reliable friend, the responsible adult. But nighttime you?
Nighttime you is dangerous in the best and worst ways. Nighttime you confesses feelings that daytime you keeps locked away. Nighttime you makes grand plans to quit jobs, to travel the world, to finally write that novel. You draft messages you would never ever dare to send at high noon. In the quiet of the darkness, you feel emotionally untouchable. This isn't just a feeling. It isn't a coincidence. It's chemistry. As night falls, the world literally goes quiet. The endless stream of emails, calls, and notifications finally stops. The social pressure fades. The expectations of others finally go offline. And for the first time all day, it feels like no one is watching. And when you feel like no one is watching, you finally stop performing. What's happening is a profound shift inside your brain. During the day, your mind is run by the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as the CEO in your head. It's the part that calculates risk, worries about consequences, and manages social judgment. It keeps you in line. But late at night, as you get tired, that CEO starts to power down for the day. It gets sleepy. And as it steps back, your emotional brain, the limbic system, steps forward to take the controls. The translation is simple. You begin to feel more, and you begin to fear less.
Your imagination gets bigger. This is the exact same reason you suddenly feel more nostalgic at night, scrolling through old photos. It's why you feel more honest, ready to share your deepest secrets. It's why you feel more emotional. And it's why, sometimes, you feel more reckless. Your inner editor, the cautious voice that protects you all day, simply goes to sleep before you do. And in that quiet space, a new feeling emerges, an illusion of infinite possibility. There's something about the darkness that makes the future feel wide open, like a blank page. Tomorrow feels fixable. Your problems, which seem like mountains during the day, now feel like small hills. Your own potential feels limitless. Because the world has finally paused, it feels like you finally caught up to yourself. You're no longer just responding to the chaos of the day, you're imagining. And that imagination feels exactly like confidence. But here's the twist that most people miss. That powerful feeling you have at 2 a.m., night confidence isn't proof that you're fearless. It's proof that your fear is tired. And that brings us to the question that changes everything. Is that person who emerges late at night your most honest self? Or is it just the most vulnerable version of it? In part 2, we'll uncover why the night makes you feel emotionally invincible, why regrets so often follow the sunrise, and most importantly, how to use this powerful nighttime confidence without letting it destroy your mornings.
Morning doesn't just bring sunlight, it brings consequences. That bold message you sent now feels embarrassing. That life-changing decision you made suddenly feels reckless. That fearless confidence from midnight curdles into one single thought. Why did I think that was a good idea? This emotional crash, this morning after effect, happens for a simple reason. Daylight reactivates your brain's risk processor. The very same mind that screamed, "Go for it," at 2 a.m. is the one that now whispers, "What were you thinking?" The truth is, night doesn't make you more confident. It just temporarily removes your emotional brakes. And when those brakes are gone, something else happens. The masks come off. At night, you stop trying to look okay. You stop chasing approval from others. You stop pretending that you're unaffected by the weight of the day. This is why the most profound moments of our lives often wait for the dark. Deep conversations happen after the sun goes down. Confessions finally spill out after midnight. Emotional breakdowns seem to hold their breath, waiting for the privacy of a dark room. Darkness feels like protection. It wraps you in a kind of emotional privacy. And that privacy, it gives you courage, the courage to be honest. This creates an identity split, an uncomfortable truth about who we are.
Daytime you is the person the world sees, the one who navigates traffic, meets deadlines, and makes small talk. Nighttime you is the person you often avoid. Day you survives, night you dreams. Day you obeys the rules. Night you wants to rewrite them entirely. The conflict between these two selves is what creates the illusion of night confidence. But it's not a new personality taking over your body. It's the suppressed truth of who you are, finally getting a chance to breathe. But here's the hidden danger. That truth, that raw confidence, can heal you, or it can ruin you. It's a double-edged sword. It inspires incredible breakthroughs and artistic creations, but it also fuels the things we regret. Impulse decisions that drain our bank accounts, emotional oversharing with people who haven't earned our trust, late-night promises we have no way of keeping. It fuels attachments we would never choose in the clear light of day. Because confidence without clarity is a beautiful, convincing liar. So how do you use this power without being controlled by it? How do you listen to that nighttime voice without letting it wreck your life?
Here's the secret. It's incredibly simple, but most people never learn it. Don't act on night confidence. Document it. When the brilliant idea strikes, write it down. When you compose the perfect, earth-shattering message, save it as a draft. When you map out your dream, record it as a voice note. Capture the energy, the insight, the raw honesty of that moment. Then wait. Bring it into the daylight. Let the morning sun hit it. Let your risk processor have a look. If it still feels true in the morning, if the idea still holds up, if the message still feels right, if the dream still calls to you, now it's real courage. Now it's something you can trust. It's not just chemistry. Because you don't feel more confident at night because you magically become fearless. You feel more confident because for a few quiet hours, the world finally stops demanding that you be small. And maybe the version of you that comes alive in the dark isn't reckless. Maybe it's not the one you need to fear. Maybe it's just the part of you that's been waiting all day long to finally be heard.
So if you're watching this at night, congratulations, you're officially 10 times braver than your daytime self. Seriously, midnight. You has big dreams, bold opinions, and zero fear of the send button, but here's the trick. Don't ignore that confidence when the sun comes up. Write it down. Keep it. Let morning you borrow a little of that late night courage without the regret. And remember, you don't need darkness to be powerful. Sometimes it just reminds you that you already are. All right, get some rest, genius. Big ideas need sleep too. Thanks for watching.